Quick episode recap. One day, an advertisement presents itself on the city square for a large-scale idol recruitment project. This catches the attention of Ruby, and she decides to take part in the audition to follow her dreams and become an idol. The advertisement draws in many people, with the total number of applicants surpassing 136,000. The screening begins with a written application, where Ruby writes about her love for idols and what kind of idol she aspires to be. She then attaches a photo of herself to present to the reviewer. She successfully passes, being one of nearly 1,300 applicants left in the screening. The next phase consists of a live interview with recruiters. The passing rate for this portion is about 1 in 13 people, but nonetheless, Ruby does her best to showcase herself, and all that's left is to wait for the results. At her middle school, Ruby tells her friends about how she didn't meet the requirements to apply last recruitment and had to wait 2 years for this current audition. Her friends support her as well, complimenting her looks and dance skills, though her singing is a bit lacking. Regardless, Ruby confidently states she'll definitely succeed in the audition, wishing to become a top-tier idol like her late mother once was. On her way home, she reveals 2 secrets she cannot share with anyone, not even her friends. One is that her mother is the legendary idol, who was killed by her fanatical stalker 10 years ago. The second is that she retains memories of her past life. She was of poor health and spent most of her life in the hospital. Despite the bleak conditions, she found joy following an idol group, Komachi, and their center, Even in her last moments, singing continued to echo through her mind. However, when she woke up, she had been reborn as I's child. Those few years she got to spend together with I were among her most precious memories, which is why she's determined to follow in her footsteps. Aqua interrupts her fantasy, stating that she should be focusing on her high school entrance exams. Ruby, however, utters that academics isn't important for performing arts school, so she doesn't need to study. Aqua doesn't agree with this train of thought, stating she shouldn't gamble her life on becoming an idol. The reality of it is that their salaries are low, and they typically retire before 30, and are under constant scrutiny by the public. Only a small percentage survive the industry, and many end up taking another line of work, so he wishes Ruby would wake up from her illusions. This only seems to anger her as she recalls her past life helplessly rotting away in the hospital. Ruby argues that life is about doing the things you want to do and refuses to listen. Having failed to convince her, Aqua tells Ruby that he's heading to the director's place. As he leaves the house, Ruby reflects that Aqua drastically changed ever since the death of their mother. He always has a gloomy expression, and he seems to be up to something after becoming the director's apprentice, but he's unwilling to share what it is. This isn't the only change that occurred. Ever since the incident, Ichigo had also fallen out of contact, and Miyako ended up taking over the agency in his place. Komachi, having lost their star, also disbanded 2 years later. Strawberry Productions has now shifted from the idol industry and instead manages internet personalities. Ruby wishes for the agency to create an idol group, but this isn't an easy task. Miyako wishes she could, but it's hard to imitate the success I had shown, as it takes tons of luck, and such miracles would not happen twice. Ruby's already applied to be an idol in a different agency, so if she makes it, she would be better taken care of there anyways. Suddenly, a call from the audition comes, and Ruby nervously picks up and talks with the staff. The light in the eyes disappears as she learns she wasn't selected, and breaks down in tears as Miyako tries to comfort her. Unbeknownst to her, the man on the other side was her brother. With a favor from the director, Aqua was able to fake her rejection while he silently withdrew Ruby from the audition entirely. Just in case, he made sure to block their numbers on her phone as well. The director doesn't mind helping, but he questions why Aqua would go to such lengths to crush his sister's dreams. Aqua declares that he won't ever let her become an idol, never wanting her to end up like I. The director muses he's a bit overprotective, but Aqua doesn't want his sister to get caught up in his revenge. One day, while walking the streets, Ruby gets scouted by an agent for an underground idol group. She shares the happy news with her family, stating it must be fate guiding her, as I was also scouted to be an idol. Aqua and Miyako are surprised by this, but they worry more about the legitimacy of the group. At the agency, Aqua looks for a way to stop Ruby from joining. He asks to borrow the agency's business card, and later walks up to a girl coming out of a building. He pretends to be a scout from the agency, and lures her back to the office. The girl he approached is part of the agency which recruited Ruby, so he pretends to be recruiting her while collecting information about their work conditions. He learns that the manager has heavy favoritism towards one girl as they are dating. The girl in question also likes to steal other members' fans by kissing up to them. She knows that she won't find success there, as the management is trash, and the work atmosphere is also awful. Members are ready to quit, which is likely why the manager is scouting like crazy. Afterwards, Miyako explains this is quite common among underground idol groups, but what the girl said might not be the truth. Regardless, Aqua refuses to let Ruby join such a group with bad rumors, and considers spreading dirt to have them disband. The day for Ruby's signing arrived, and after dressing up, asks for everyone's opinion. Miyako compliments her, but questions if she's truly prepared to enter the industry, as she kindly explains the stressful aspects of being an idol. But this does not deter Ruby, as she declares she wants to be like her mom. Hearing her resolve, Miyako stands up and tells her that she shouldn't join that agency. Ruby starts to tear up, thinking they are denying her dream, but Miyako asks her to join their agency instead, as Strawberry Productions is forming a new idol group for the first time in over a decade. She has Ruby stamp the contract and welcomes her into the agency. Aqua seems displeased, but he puts up with it and goes to visit the director again. Entering his room, Aqua starts to work on some video editing. He wants to build work experience, so he works under the pretense of being the director's apprentice. They discuss Ruby as well, and the director is surprised to know she's in the idol industry now. While reluctant, Aqua would rather she be in their agency than some other shady place. The director assumes both of them are working to be entertainers, but Aqua clarifies he'd rather work behind the scenes. Being an actor is merely a means to an end. He plans to find his father and give retribution for the pain I suffered. He wishes to identify him via DNA testing, as there should be a 50% match with his. In order to do so, he needs to secure a position where he can come into contact with entertainers, so the most direct route would have been to become an actor. However, after working in many minor roles, Aqua concludes that he has no talent for acting, stating he lacks the ability to attract attention like I did. Which was why he's decided to work behind the scenes instead, stating it's pointless to hold on to goals that are beyond your means. The director disagrees, stating kids have the right to dream, and he goes deeper to declare everyone has the right to dream. After all, you can't win the lottery if you don't even buy a ticket. Aqua feels that he'll never be like I, but the director gets annoyed at his obsession for her, stating Aqua is Aqua, and I is I. Everyone is unique, and the director encourages Aqua to not give up after a setback, knowing deep inside that he wants to be an actor. Their deep moment is interrupted by the director's mother, who intrudes to inform them dinner is ready. The siblings have applied to enter a special high school with a performing arts department. He along with Ruby are there for an interview, and they are confident in their chances of being accepted. While they talk, a girl passing by overhears Ruby call him Aqua. It was Arima Kana, the girl who once acted together with him, and she gets excited to meet him again. She assumes he joined the performing arts department, but is shocked to learn Aqua instead joined general education.